Welcome to Joe's Astrology, and we're looking at the life path of a Libra because there's more to Libra than just being a Libra sun. And we're going to get into that in this video on how to calculate your life path. So let's take a look. Here we have Serena Williams, and she is a sun in Libra. There it is, 3 degrees. And you think of Serena Williams, you think Libra. That doesn't make any sense. She's a professional athlete. Well, we have to start at the soul, Pluto. And Pluto is in Libra, but it's in the 6th house. The 6th house. And the 6th house is about self-improvement. It's about work, routine. And Serena Williams is a workhorse. That's what she does. Tennis at her level is very meticulous, doing the same thing over and over again. Self-improvement, constantly trying to improve. And we look at the South Node, which is at 29 degrees in the 10th. 29 degrees Capricorn in the 10th. So we see here with the Capricorn house, the Virgo house, this is where she's coming from. Earthy, very earthy perspective, very practical. Being career oriented, having some status. This is what she's bringing into life. If you think of Serena Williams, if you think of it in terms of Libra, you're not really gonna. You're kind of gonna get. You're gonna get sidetracked. And what most people see is they might see a pretty woman. They might see her aesthetics, her interest in beauty and makeup and things like that, and the things that she promotes. That might be the Libra part of it, but at a deeper level, this is what enables her to be who she is. This Pluto in the 6th, South Node in the 10th. And from there, if we're looking at the life path, this Pluto, we're going to look at the opposition of Pluto, the polarity, and it's in Aries in the 12th, and then the opposite of the South Node, the North Node in Cancer in the 4th. And so we can see here this idea of going into the 12th, that the idea of travel, the Pisces house, traveling, it's Mars there, the athletics, the performance, the performing. Tennis is huge at that level for performing. And we look at the North Node. It's in the 4th, family, home. This would be where she's headed. And you can see now that she's, tennis is over for her. She has a family. She has a kid. This is going to be more of the focus. So this is the life path. This idea of bringing all this work. Like for Serena Williams, the first half of her life is very work-oriented. You can imagine that there wasn't very much Libra going on. There wasn't much Libra in the sense of boyfriends playing, flirting, etc. because of the nature of what she was trying to do. But now, she's moving into this space that she moved into, this the traveling and performing. That's going to bring her into this North Node, and that's where she creates a family, has a child, etc., etc. So let's try to put the pieces together here. The ruler of the sign that Pluto is in is Venus, and Venus is in the 7th, and that kind of correlates with that sun in Libra as well. But really, let's before I do that, let's come back to this sun in Libra. Saturn is there as well. It's in the 6th. The moon is borderline 5th and 6th in Virgo. So you can see that she's relating to people. You think of Libra as being relating. She's relating to people in order to improve in tennis. That's where most of her relationships were, on the tennis court, involved in tennis. And then we look at the ruler, Venus. Where's Venus? It's in the 7th. also that Libra sign. And why else would she be relating to people? Well, because of money and business. We're talking about business relationships. And if you don't know much about Serena Williams, if you look at her life, not just, even from a tennis perspective, but the tennis, the endorsements, there was a lot of contracts. There's a lot of contracts involved, and a lot of business relationships involved there. So we see where her primary relationships are, and it comes back to that's really supporting this Pluto in the 6th and this South Node in the 10th, because that's going to enable her to continue to have status. We even see the ruler of that South Node, Saturn, that's in the 6th and Libra. Where does her status come from? This is how she's going to continue to maintain her status. What about the polarity? Aries, what's the ruler there? Well, it's Mars and Leo in the 4th or 5th. And you can see the emphasis on performing where in we have Mars involved, the athletic arena. It's in Leo. You could say it's in the 5th. It's in the Sagittarius decan of traveling and learning. She also has it trining Neptune there. So when she steps into this polarity, she's going to have an emphasis on more emphasis on this performing and being center stage, etc. So we can see how that Mars plays into this as well. There's probably more to be said here, but we could just want to show you that this is the life. This is how we learn the life path for Libra. And Libra, it's not all about what the characteristics would be for just the Libra sun. We can go lots of different ways here, but essentially we're looking at the Pluto, the polarity, and the nodes, and then we're going to fill in everything after that. And you can see the rising is ruled by Venus. It's Taurus. The midheaven is Capricorn. And this is where you can see, some people have a lot of things that you can add up and you can see where they're headed pretty clearly, where others you can't see. It's not so clear, and it makes sense because they're not having, unlike this chart, they wouldn't have as much direction. It wouldn't be so clear cut where their life's going to be or what their life's going to be. And you look at a person who has success, these are a lot of the elements that need to be there for someone to be like a Serena Williams, because there's a lot of directed energy and there's a lot of help. There's a lot of help from these planets. So I'll leave you there with that, and hope you have a great day.